Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
There's Mr. Enfuego, one half of the Baseball Junkies podcast. Before we get the show going, we just want to make sure that both you, the viewer, and the listener are fully aware that this podcast is not intended to provide any form of investment advice. The opinions expressed here by either the host or any guest do not necessarily reflect the views of any sports card investor, organization, and or entity within the sports card market. Any discussion of sports card values in the past or present is not a guarantee of future performance. Two collectors with a common love of baseball cards. A league of her own, Mr. Enfuego. Welcome to the Baseball Junkies podcast.
What is going on? Welcome to the Baseball Junkies podcast. I'm your host, Adrian, from A League of Her Own.
And I'm Mr. Enfuego.
Just rocking out to the intro. I freaking love it. Hope everybody's had a good week. Hope everybody's having a good weekend. Mr. Enfuego, how you been? What's the latest?
Doing good. How about yourself?
I'm fantastic. I'm looking forward to the show tonight. We got some things to talk about, all baseball card related. We are going to get kicked right off here with some stuff that came up this week. Let's get to the product reviews. All right, guys, so product reviews. We had 2023 Topps Finest come out this week, and we have been able to see quite a few openings of it. Beautiful set, a little bit more on the expensive side. what we're looking at,
about 230-ish.
230-ish. Did pop up on Tops. Yesterday when Mr. Fuego and I were looking, it was still on Tops for that much. It's probably going to be a little bit more here on like Steel City and Blowout and things like that. We watched Striker break box after box after box of this. We watched a couple other guys rip it, and it's a nice looking set. Definitely, you're gonna get your autos out of there. They're always hit and miss. You get a lot of nice parallels out of it. They're really good looking cards this year. Might share the checklist here with you guys, just because there is a lot of new parallels, of course, because that seems to be the trend with everybody lately. But here we go. Finest, has the same format. It's like it's a master hobby box, so it's got 2 little mini boxes in it. Each mini box has got a total of 2 signed cards per master box. I don't think that's right. That's what it says on Cardboard Connection. But didn't they make it so it's 1 auto?
It's 1 auto per mini.
Okay, actually, I'm reading it wrong. Each mini box contains 1 auto. The whole master box you get 2, and it was kind of surprising this week when I was watching some of the autos. You get some prospecty cards and they're not big names, but I was like surprised when I saw a Steve Garvey autograph get pulled this week, a Chipper Jones. Man, who else did I see that I was surprised about?
I did see a Juan Soto World's Finest being pulled.
I did see that on. I didn't see that get pulled, but I did see that on Instagram. So that was pretty sick. As you can see here, tons of parallels. We've got the new red black vapor. I saw one of those get pulled on Striker, and I think Hoosier Pulls is a really sick looking card. They got purple pink vapor. I mean, shoot, cool name. My favorite card I saw get pulled was on Hoosier Pulls. He pulled a blue Boba Fett, so
of course,
of course. They also have that like kind of high number short print thing going on this year. They've got the extended base set.
Yeah.
As you can see, I'm scrolling through here. We got a lot of the cool inserts. I really dig this Rivalries one, especially the autographed ones. I didn't see an autographed one of this get pulled this week, the past couple days here, but we got our base checklist that's got 100 cards in it. Okay, and then we got an extended base set checklist. So 101 to 125. They got refractor parallels of that. So a little bit harder, 1 in 44 packs, a little bit harder to hit. And then you got, the gold, red, and super fractor possibilities. And you can see the gold alone is 1 out of 517 packs, and then we jump all the way to 1 in 24,689 packs for the super fractor. So, that's pretty crazy. I want to go back and show you guys these.
And while she's doing that, for everybody who is gonna be actually listening in and have no clue what we're talking about, you can go to cardboardconnection.com and you can check out the schedule of product releases. You can click on this respective product. It'll pull up the checklist for you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Mr. Fuego. Headliners. I saw some of the parallels of this headliner.
I did see the Ichiro pull. Those are nice.
Yeah. Even the base one, they've got the refractory look, but the parallels of this, I think I saw on the Acuna, it was like a black gold or something like that get pulled. It was really cool looking, along with this. Here's the World Finest. And like Mr. Fuego said, we saw a autographed one of these get pulled. Super cool. Those are both vertical cards. And then if you're just listening, the Rivalries are horizontal, but very nice look. Pictures don't, ever do it justice. They've got the refractory look going to those there. And those are, you can get parallels in that as well. So
it takes a special card to be horizontal.
100%. I like, but that's not like always an endless battle there. I like horizontal cards. A lot of people don't. They want their vertical cards. They look nice in binders. They look nicer in their PSA slabs. I get it. So here's the finest autograph set checklist here. Lot of names. So, like I said, hit or miss. You get you're gonna get 2 in there. So hopefully you get an okay one at least, and then you get like kind of a lesser known.
Right.
And then every once in a while you hit a banger in there. So this is just the finest autographs checklist. We also have the world's finest checklist here. A little bit cooler, names on that. The finest headliners, finest moments, finest rivalries, die cut autographs. I haven't seen one of those yet. Might have to scroll through eBay to take a look. Yeah. Oh, this is another big thing. They've got a mystery redemption set checklist on here. Says to be announced. They don't have it on Cardboard Connection yet. They're serial number to 99, and they're 1 out of 6,299 packs. When I looked on eBay yesterday, there wasn't any up yet. So kind of cool, kind of different, kind of interesting what they've got going on here.
Only one catch though. When do they plan on announcing it if the product's already released?
I'm sure they're waiting to see. I don't even know how they do it. If Topps is going to let them know, or when they pull this redemption, does it say mystery on it and you got to wait till it comes back to you? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm curious to know that.
Yeah, because when I went on eBay and I was looking at the redemptions, I think I saw Adley Rushman was a redemption in this. There was a lot of David Cohn redemptions in there. I was like, ooh, that's harsh. You pull redemption, it's already bad enough to pull redemption, but so like the way to get over that is pull a crazy big name. Don't give me no hate on David Cohn, but that's not the name you want to see. So we got somebody in the comments say that Miss Redemption is an Angel Hernandez auto. Oh my God, what a slap in the face that would be. That's nice there. All right, we got some buyback autographs on the checklist, as you can see here. A lot of nice names: Barry Larkin, Chipper Jones, David Wright, Dustin Pedroia, Frank Thomas. Oh, Miguel Tejada. Yeah, cool list of names on here. We got the world's finest checklist. This is where I was able to see that a Mike Trout auto is in there, and Shohei Ohtani, because they are not on the the base auto checklist. And then this diamond, there's also a diamond finest set checklist. So these aren't autographed. There's just so many cool possibilities. These checklists go on for days.
Yeah.
And what's this Let's Go Chrome set? What happens? What happens when I go here? Is it going to show this? Is it going to share this? Here we go. Oh, yeah. I know it's hard to see on if you're watching us on YouTube right now, but those are nice looking cards. Those are nice looking cards, all listed between 250 and 350-ish. Got an wow. Fun. Lots of fun.
Yeah, definitely.
So anyways, that is what I've got for Topps 2023 finest. I'm going to stop sharing this screen here, and I'm going to get on to the next segment here, unless you got anything else, Mr. Fuego.
No, we pretty much covered everything. If you haven't grabbed a box yet, you're missing out.
Absolutely. I'm thinking that I'm about due to do a break on my channel soon, and I've got some Chrome coming, and I'm thinking a box of Chrome and a box of finest would make a nice chromey chrome break.
Nice choice.
All right, here we go. All right, so we had some prizes this week, some stuff that we did not see on the upcoming releases checklist over on Cardboard Connection that popped up on Topps this week. We had the T206, I think it was called Low Series, popped up.
Yep, baseball Low Series.
Yeah, for sale on Topps. Also, Allen and Ginter pre-orders came up, and as of yesterday, and I'm going to go on Topps right now just to reconfirm for everybody, but you were still able to order Allen and Ginter on there. Now, Allen and Ginter is one of those sets that you either love or hate. They've got, some of the random cards in there that some people don't like, but nonetheless, it's a cool set. It's baseball cards. It's something new. We've been kind of craving something new. We've got things coming, like I said. Also the same with the T206. Not the most exciting, but hey, they get you because nothing really, aside from Finest, which just came out, but it's a little bit on the expensive side.
Yeah.
So all of these things popped up on Topps, and I have been having trouble getting Topps's website to pop up on my computer lately. I'm gonna get it.
I mean, right now you got a scheduled release for AG baseball on the 2nd of August, same day that Topps baseball complete sets come out.
Crazy. Like I said, yeah, every time I click on the Topps link, it's giving me bad merch. I'm going through and trying to click on different links here. Let's see if I can get it. Here we go. So I want to go to Topps main. Okay, you can still get Finest. I'll share this with you guys here over on YouTube. All right. So as you can see on the Topps website, right when you pop on there, they've got the MLB All-Star Game set, which is available for the Total Topps Now thing. But my biggest thing that I just saw, it's going to play me like this. Here we go. There we go. Topps Finest Baseball pops up right away. We're looking at it $234.99, and then if you need a whole case, you can get them for pretty much $19.50. And also the Montgomery Club memberships popped up, I guess, sometime this week. I didn't get an email, and as you can see, they already sold out. So
looks like just the members got that notice.
Fun. Yeah, I usually get an email, but I don't know if it just popped up so fast that I just missed it. Here we go. So on Topps, I always go to boxes and packs. Let's scroll down, make sure we look at all our baseball here. Yeah, you know what? Allen and Ginter is no longer on there, so that pre-sale is over with, and so is the T206. So only thing available baseball-wise right now is that Topps Finest. So I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing that with you guys. The Topps T06, obviously, they're the small like tobacco sides cards. They're basically, basing them off
just
of
like
that.
your standard T206 cards from 100 years ago.
Yeah, 100%. And I could look that up on Cardboard Connection here. T206. I want to say they were like $55.
Yep, $55.
Here we go. Let's share this little bad boy. I did buy this one year. I feel like when it came out in 2020, because I was trying to get a Bo Bichette one. I wasn't, anytime you got anything in 2020, you were excited because it was so hard to get stuff. But then when you look back on things now, it's kind of, So here we go. Yeah, $55, slow series. There's also $5 bundle, basically a case for $260, which, not a bad deal.
Right.
Here's a look at it. If you're watching us here on YouTube, if you're just listening, like Mr. Fuego said, they're same size as the T206, the tobacco cards from way back in the day, and they're replicating some of the backs that they had on those back in the day. The back of the cards will say Polar Bear or Carolina Brights or Morton, Ty Cobb, King of the World. It's kind of cool when you do hit a parallel, but if you take a look here at the cards, they're kind of a drawing, kind of like colored drawing. They're not like an actual photo. They've got variations. They're showing you that there's one background variations. There's a nice looking Julio Rodriguez.
Now that Julio is actually on a T205 variation, which is exclusive, which is basically a low series insert to the set.
Mm-hmm. And as you can see here, there's autographs of them. So they've got some set up for little squares on them, you can get a little tiny autograph on there. And see the release date. It says is July 6th. We haven't seen any of this break yet. I think they just released it on Tops, and people that ordered it will slowly start getting that. We'll start seeing videos coming out this week on it. You only get 10 cards per pack, and there's 4 packs per box. So, that's what we got for T206. We also saw, as I was saying, Allen and Ginter. I'm gonna see if they've got a checklist for that up yet.
I'm looking right now as we speak, and nope, there is no checklist yet.
Okay. So we'll wait and see on that. Like I was saying, Allen Ginter will have mostly baseball, but then they've got kind of the cards in there with different like celebrities or people from different sports, things
and
of that nature.
It's a little pricey for this variation. They're looking at roughly about $180
for
a hobby box. Yeah.
It was a $115 on Tops when it originally popped up. So kind of normal price.
Well, what I'm looking at is eBay. So everything's inflated over there.
Yeah. So do I see? I think you might have misspoke. I think I've got their. I think I have the checklist here. Here we go. Yeah. Tops, Allen, and Ginter. That's what the hobby box is going to look like this year. And it says 180 on here on eBay.
Yep.
I swear it was like 115 on Tops, but we'll see what happens here. Scroll through. This looks like this first one they're showing you is like the gold foil. Maybe it says foil.
Filigree.
Filigree. Is that how you pronounce that? We're gonna bite those words later when we learn how to really say that. Let's see. 2023 Top 17th year, offering top baseball stars alongside various pop culture figures and key names from other sports. All right, they got the on-card autographs. They're gonna have the rip cards. Those are always super popular.
Yeah, everybody likes those rip cards.
Yep, they're gonna have some.
And of course, Tops is going to inflate it. Collectors will be surprised by who and what they receive cards of in each pack.
Yes. Take a look at this wooden parallel of Aaron Judge they have on here. They're showing looks like a gold border of Willie Mays. And then we've got Detroit, and they're showing a tiger statue. And then they got an ice cream sundae. Those are the cards that us baseball card collectors love to get. Some people love to get all these oddball cards, and some of us are like, oh boy, I got an ice cream cone. Sweet. We got the rookie design variation that we remember every year. These, by the way, these cards I think they're showing are the minis right now. They're about the size of the tobacco size cards.
They are.
So,
and one thing I'm noticing, it looks like the auto is going to be on card, not no sticker.
That will be lovely. We always love our on card autos. They're showing us a relic card here of Rafael Devers, and it's got a really nice, vintage look to it. They're pretty, it's fun. It's fun I feel like one hobby box or maybe a blaster, and I'm good on this product. I don't go crazy on this product because if you're doing the whole resale value, it makes more sense to buy singles of the people you collect.
But for all you actual set collectors, this is right up your alley.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. All right. And then, okay, so the rest of the checklist will be added as soon as it is available. So that's what we've got for Allen Ginter. Those are the two upcoming releases that we hadn't talked about yet. We still have Chrome coming out here soon that we've talked about on previous episodes. That's due July 26th right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I also wanted to let people know in your Tops Series 1 and Series 2 you open this year, you get your home run cards, right? I'm going to show you one right here. I got Nolan Arenado's. Some people pulled the Derby Duel cards. It said Derby Duel. All-Star games next week. Home run derbies next week. Now is the time to get on Tops and submit your, who you think is going to win, things of that nature, because that's the way you win stuff if you get those right. That's just like these home run cards where I'm going to try to guess a day that Nolan Arenado hits a home run. If he hits a home run on that day, I get a card. There's an option on there now. If I double down, he hits it over, I think 425 feet. I'll get another special parallel card. If he doesn't hit it over 425 feet and I pick double down, then I don't get nothing at all. So that would be a bummer. But Derby dual cards, make sure you get those in. And Chrome coming out soon. And that's what I've got for upcoming releases. You got anything else that you wanted to mention that's coming up here soon, Mr. Fuego?
Nope, I don't want to go too far out. I just want to keep my crosshairs close range.
Yeah. I know. Some of the stuff they've pushed back on us. I know we Prism is in the future. We're not going to say a date yet because they keep changing that on us. And
yeah.
And like T206 and Allen and Ginter, we haven't talked about in previous weeks because they moved that up on us as well. So I think we're going to just move right into hobby news.
Let's do it.
All right, hobby news. So Mr. Fuego and I were discussing things that were going on, and we got the National coming up here pretty soon. So we wanted to talk about that a little bit. I kind of get the feeling Mr. Fuego and I don't go to a whole lot of card shows. Do you?
I mean, I do go to some, but not as frequent, and I haven't been to anything as large as the National yet. When they come to Florida, then we'll have a different discussion.
100%. So, as I may have mentioned, I can't remember if I talked about this on the pod or not, but when I was deciding like a big summer trip, it was between the All-Star game and the National. And as most of you know, I am going to the All-Star game next week. I won't be doing the National. Hopefully, I'm hoping in the next couple of weeks, once the National happens, we can have somebody come on that went to it and can tell us their thoughts on it and things of that nature.
Yeah, share their experiences with us.
Yeah, and we have talked. We have watched some videos of other people that have gone to the National in the past, and we've talked to some other friends that have gone, and it's going to be it's a big, huge deal with, it seems like, lots of cool stuff to look at and lots of people. Cause ever since the big boom in cards, when we had a little, incident happen where a lot of people were at home and really getting back into sports cards, there's a lot of people, and it sounds like it would be a great thing to go to see a lot of cool stuff. The impression I'm getting is there's not really that many deals to get in on, maybe bargain bins and things like that, your dollar bins and stuff like that. But sounds like a big rat race. I'm not going to lie. I feel like I'm going to go there. There would be a lot of people, and I got to pay for a hotel, and I got to pay, I don't know, Uber or park there or whatever I got to pay to get in. If I want to get cool autographs, I got to wait in line for that. So me personally, I do definitely want to go someday, but I'm like nervous about all the people, all the stuff, things of that nature. Yeah. Am I really going to get a good deal? Like, I'm going to spend a lot of money to get there. I want to be able to spend some money and get some cool stuff while I'm there. Is it really going to be that enjoyable in the end? Or should I just be trying to go to shows that are closer to me as you get that, experience first?
I mean, I've heard nothing but good things regarding going to the National, whether it's for the full ride or even just a day, because as massive as this thing is, I can rest to be confident and say you are not going to be able to cover every square foot of the National in a day. There's just no way.
In one day.
Massive. Okay. And if you can, then you probably know exactly what you're looking for, where to look for it, and so on and so forth. But like you said, all the special events that they got, as far as, like, we already know PSA is going to be on ground for on-site grading. That's going to be a monster. They've already put out a pre-positioned list of athletes who will be there to sign. That's going to be a monster. So, I mean, if you got nothing but time, hey, by all means, do your thing, boo-boo.
Yeah, true. It's also like, if you're trying to get autographs for your favorite stars too, it seems like the place to be. There's an unbelievable list of stars from all sports that are going to be there. that you can, I guess, buy tickets, wait in line, and get a signature of. I don't want to say whatever you want. I'm sure there's probably a list you got to go on and like of things that you could bring to get signed, or they might have stuff there for you to pick from to get signed. That's my guess.
With a price tag associated with it.
So anyways, podcast or I'm sorry, the Nationals coming up soon. We'll be reporting more on that to you soon. And
for those of you who are actually going to the National, hopefully you guys enjoy your time there and you get to bring back some experiences and share with the rest of us here, and just watch your six, because we all know that there's going to be a lot of people that's involved with the National as far as vendors and all those other folks that's going to try to milk you for everything you got.
100%. I think it is kind of funny. The video, usually I wait for the videos from the National every year. There's always like drama, like people getting arrested for stealing cards, and
like this last one in Chicago. That one was crazy. It was like a new video coming out every day.
The Atlantic City. The last year they were in Atlantic City, I believe.
Okay, yeah.
It was. That one was pretty bad. It sounded like they weren't really prepared for what they got themselves involved in. It was like no internet, no food. People were starving. This whole thing. I'm gonna guess Chicago is set up a little bit better. They've done this many years in the past, and I just don't know why the Nationals not in like other. Dude, if they ever have it in Vegas, I'm there. Vegas is like set up for that kind of stuff. So that would be. I know they have the Mint Collective in Vegas. I need to check that out one year, but it doesn't sound like it's as cool as the National. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know. So, anyways, that's what we've got going on with hobby news. I feel like there was more. I'm gonna throw out. So I'm going to the All-Star game. I'm bringing cards and everything to get signed. I'm going to see how many autographs I can get, because I'm going to go to the red carpet event and all that stuff. And like, maybe this is a cool option instead. Maybe. I don't know. I've never been to one before. I watched some videos. It seems like I might be able to get autos of some of the guys that are going to be in the All-Star game, and some other, like I know Ken Griffey Jr. is going to be there. I don't really know how the whole layout and all that is going to be, but I do plan on posting videos and all you guys for everybody. And I don't know, maybe that's another option to get tons of autos.
Here's a question for everybody that's in the chat and everybody that's going to be listening via your podcast preference. If you had an opportunity to go to an All-Star game that is within your vicinity, would you choose to do that, or would you choose to go to a mega function of a sports card venue, knowing that the chances of an All-Star game coming back around your town is almost slim to none in the near future? So
yeah, that's a good question.
For those of you in the chat, go ahead and put your choice in the chat. And for those that's going to be listening, go ahead and drop us an email if you want, letting us know if you was in that predicament, what would you choose? Would you go to the National, which is across the country, or would you act, if you're within the Seattle area, would you prefer to go to the All-Star game?
Yeah, let us know. That's a really good question, because that's what it came down to for me. Seattle, I'm a lot closer to Seattle. The All-Star game is not going to be on the West Coast in the next few years. It's going to be Central America, East Coast. I had to get it off the bucket list, so that's what it came down to for me. All right, guys, let's get into. I guess we can. I think it's time. I think it's time for trivia.
Let's do some trivia.
So last week on trivia, we gave the winner. I'm putting parentheses because didn't really win. He picked afterwards, but we still hooked up. W Vogs. He was on the podcast website all week. If he's in the chat here today, or if you guys don't know, head over to the website and give him a follow. He got the right answer for trivia last week. Now it's time for one of you, and here we go.
So the question was, the Braves are on pace this season for 312 home runs as a team. Which team currently holds the record? And the answer to that would be the Minnesota Twins of 2019, who hit a total of 307 home runs. And I believe we got our winner.
We got a winner. I'm seeing the card hobbyist. With
That's
the first
what I'm
person.
seeing. Congratulations.
Yeah. All right. The card hobbyist. Make sure you guys click on his name there or I'm not sure. I can't get into YouTube's.
His link will be posted on the website. So if you got time, go ahead and go over to the website, click on the link for his channel, give him a follow, show some support, congratulate him.
Yep. And if there's possibly a moderator here in YouTube for us that can put his link into the chat now, that would be great. Head over to the Card Hobbyist, good channel. Congratulations on that. And I was surprised it was the Twins. I thought it was the Yankees. When I looked it up originally, and I was going through and looking at all the teams and things like that. So that was a good one. That was a good one, Mr. Fuego. Good work there. All right, guys, it is time for our top 5 of the week.
Top 5.
Let's get going. 5. These are the cards that people are going to be freaking going all crazy for over in the Nationals.
Yep.
Here we go with number 5. All right, with Ronald Acuna having this amazing season, possibly being the first to be in the 40-50 club. I saw that posted on ESPN the other day. And also in the front running for the National League MVP. His Bowman Chrome first card is on our list. So our list, we kind of manipulated a little bit this week because like the top like 10 cards were all different variations of Shohei Ohtani cards. And I didn't want to show you, Mr. Fuego and I didn't want to show you all the different variations of Shohei Ohtani cards. So we went through and found some other baseball cards so we can get you different players and things of that nature. And this one really made sense to us. It is up in the past 7 days, 10.8%. In the last 30 days, 20.2%. You can get usually a raw one around $45 to $50 on eBay. PSA 10s are running about $150. So that was a nice looking card too. I don't have an Acuna Bowman Chrome first. I have his rookie cards, but I do really like that card. So that was number 5.
The last sale was for $165, which occurred 2 days ago, actually.
Oh, up. See, it's going to keep cranking up, too, with the way he's playing. And if he hits that record, he hits 40 home runs and steals 50 bases, it's only going up from there. So something to think about. Here we go with number 4. I've got Jordan Lawler. Now, I should have checked, but I don't know if Jordan Lawler came up and he's been playing on the Diamondbacks. He must be playing on the Diamondbacks with Corbin Carroll this past week. He's been a top prospect that we've been hunting since, I believe that's a 2021 card.
21, yep.
Here we go. 2021 Bowman Draft Chrome First is the card we showed. I'm actually showing a 7-day drop of a negative 4.8%, but a 30-day rise of 45.5%. Recent sales in the raw is about $6-7, so not a bad deal there. PSA 10s are $60 to $75. I'm showing on the Sports Card Investor app. I'm gonna guess. Did you look a recent sale up on that? You've been
most recent sale 2 days ago for $45.
Not bad. As you guys know, Diamondbacks freaking cruising, playing great. Years ago, we talked about Diamondbacks being that sneaky good team because of all the young talent they have. Jordan Lawler is part of that. So that's our number 4. Let's get to number 3.
Shocker.
What would the list be without a 2022 Bowman Chrome first of Elly De La Cruz? Elly De La Cruz was in the news a bit this week, and he did something today that you told me
Yes, he
about.
did. In one inning, this young man has stolen 3 bases.
He
And
also,
one of them happened to be home plate.
yes, freaking stole second, stole third, stole home. Also this week, he hit 2 homers in one game. After he hit the first homer, the opposing team wanted his bat checked because of the thing on the bottom of the bat. There's videos all over. This is awesome because he went up to bat the next time with the same bat, the same thing on the bottom, blasts a home run, turns around and looks at, I think the ump and is like pointing at it and throws the bat like, here, you better check it again, because he hit the bejesus out of that ball. It was crazy. So no surprise that Ellie De La Cruz cards are still on this list. Bowman Chrome 1 showing a 7-day increase of 13.1%, a 30-day increase of 44.1%. Raw cards of the Chrome First are in about the $20 range, and PSA 10s are $190. I'm going to guess up in the $200 range. What's that recent sale, boss?
Most recent sale was on the 7th for $220 in a PSA 10.
Gonna keep climbing too if he is playing like he's playing. So that's what we got for number 3. Let's get to number 2. All right, Shohei Ohtani's 2018 Topps Chrome rookie card from Chrome Update, I should say. It's showing a 7-day increase of 4.7%, 30-day of 38.7%. I just learned earlier this week, Shohei Ohtani's not going to be pitching in the All-Star game, but he will be there. He's going to be batting, I believe. He'll probably, I don't know if he's going to play outfield or not, if he's just going to DH or what. But as you guys know, Shohei Ohtani is just absolutely unbelievable, undescribable. I know we've said this before, like with Mike Trout, as far as like somebody in baseball just doing unbelievable, legendary
The man is a
things.
unicorn, just plain and simple.
If you guys, even if you aren't into baseball, you should be watching Shohei Ohtani, because he's going to be a legend. He's already got that legendary status. This update Chrome card, recent raw sales are about $50 to $60 raw. The PSA 10s are looking at about $220 to $250. And I'm guessing Mr. Fuego's got our latest
His last sale was $215 on the 7th.
Shohei Ohtani was in the top pretty much 10 spots of the card list here. So I picked a couple. That was number 2. You can only imagine what number 1's going to be. All right, as you saw there, the 2018 Topps, this was from Series 2, base pitching card. This is like, I want to say true rookie. I believe this is what everyone considers his true rookie. This card saw a 7-day increase of 15.4% and an 83.4% increase in the last 30 days. A raw card of this is looking to be around the $40 range on eBay sales right now. PSA 10s about $200 to $220.
Last sale was yesterday for $215.
$215. I've got a couple of Shohei Ohtani cards. I should be selling them, I want to say, but I'm keeping them because legendary. Yep. So just throwing that out there. I don't really think it's a time to buy unless you just think it's just never going to get lower than this and you just want one to personally collect. I'm not buying any. I was fortunate enough to pull some of his cards out of packs and get them, when he was first starting, and have them in my collection. I know I sold off I was one of those people who sold off a lot of Shohei Ohtani cards, made a big mistake, really.
Yeah, there's no way I can buy an Ohtani now. I broke the bank already.
Yeah. When he injured himself back in, he didn't injure himself. He had the Tommy John surgery. There was a price dip then, and a lot of people didn't think he was going to come back from it. That was the last time you can get like good price on Shohei Ohtani cards, but they're going to go nothing but up. You might see a little dip in the offseason, but I'm not expecting much. That's our top 5 of the week, guys. What do y'all think? Let us know in the comments. Let us know via email. Let us know on the podcast website. That's our top 5.
You can tell us how you really feel in the after hours show.
Oh, yes. Be sure to check out on Mr. Infuego's channel after the podcast, roughly a half hour after the podcast. Both he and I will be on his channel, just talking to you guys more directly, interacting more with the chat in the Baseball Junkies after hours show. All right. Now it's time for my favorite part of the night.
Let's do it. So let's start this story off with, I'm going to say it in my best Adrian voice. So no crap, there I was. Go ahead, Adrian.
Oh my God, you guys, I've had a week and I cannot wait to share the story with you. If you remember a week or two ago, I shared my eBay experience with you guys about the gentleman that purchased a $1,200 card for me. It was a Bowman Chrome autograph orange of Roderick Arias. That was a PSA 9. And I shared with you guys a little bit of the story of how that interaction was going. I thought we were just I brought this up because I thought that some of the interaction with him was a little odd, little annoying, but really no big deal in the grand scheme of things. The gentleman did pay for the card. He made sure to give me a note on how I should properly ship it. He I'm trying to give you some backstory here. He did on a $1,200 card in which I was charging $10 in shipping because I was going to be insuring it. And whenever
makes sense to me.
Whenever a card is over $750 in sales, you are required to require a signature on it, whether it's a PO box or not. I think, and no big deal here, this gentleman thought because it was a PO box that the whole signature required thing didn't apply, but it does. When I went to purchase the postage and things for it, it's automatically clicked on eBay. I don't have a choice, but I have to do that, the sign for the card thing. So I shared with you guys, a couple weeks ago how that went down, and I thought that was the end of it.
There's more.
Well, this week something happened, and I want to share with all of you because I want everybody's opinion. I want to know if I did make a mistake. I will say that, but I want to share with you guys. Oh my God. I screenshotted all this because I woke up Monday morning to getting a message in eBay, and this gentleman said he didn't receive the card and that he was asking for a refund. Okay. So before I do anything, message him or anything, I look at the tracking details. And obviously I sent the tracking details, the tracking number and all that through eBay to, to cover myself. And it says, I almost want to post pictures of this. I might post this on the website because I feel like I want to warn people about this gentleman, especially after the conversations we had. It was delivered to a partial locker. There was a signature required. So this card was received. It says that it was received on the eBay app. Okay. So I messaged that gentleman and I said, I'm not sure at this point, I shouldn't have messaged him at all. That was my mistake. I should have just let eBay do its thing and went on with my life. But I chose violence that day. I was just, with everything I had dealt with already, I was upset. And I just, the whole experience that I had with this gentleman, with the bickering over $5 on shipping, the telling me how to package the card. He took 3 days to pay it, which he still paid it. That's true. I should have just left this alone. A lot of people don't pay at all.
Right.
He made that point in his argument. I will give him that. But just with everything that added up, my automatic thought is this like, just because of the trouble I went through him, I was like, this is a scam. I was like, you got this card, whatever. So I messaged him. I was like, I'm not sure what you were trying to pull. I'm going to let everybody know, whatever. And then I said, have the day you deserve. And I just left a little heart and a smiley face. You know how we roll.
Killing them with kindness.
Yeah. He messaged me back. What? You're joking, right? I'm filing a claim against you, buddy. I love it when people call me buddy. I'm filing it against eBay, PayPal, and the post office. How am I the worst because I have not received the card? Look at my feedback. He does have excellent feedback, but I have to say, if you guys recall, I would have not given this guy positive feedback, but because he bought a card from me, eBay doesn't let you give neutral or negative feedback to buyers, which what? Like that's true. That's true. I know there's tons of you in the chat here and tons of you listening on the podcast that sell on eBay. I can't give him. So I decided not to give any feedback at all. So anyways, he's like, how am I the worst because I have not received the card? Look at my feedback. You think, I called him a clown. I should mention that. You think I'm some clown trying to scam you? No, man, I have integrity. And I waited this long to see if it would show up and have a tracker with the post office. So why are you hating on me? What exactly did I do wrong? So that's how that started. And I didn't leave it alone. I said, you are a clown and I'm doing my very best to let everybody know who you are, which I posted up on my Instagram if you guys didn't see, because I think I highly recommend putting this person on your block list if you just don't want a headache. That's all. So he said,
now he's an alleged celebrity, is he not?
Yes. I'm gonna read all these. I want everybody to know that I might have started an argument with somebody that has 20,000 followers in the biggest sports card show in Southern Oregon. I'll get to that. Okay. Please do. This is his response to me saying, I'm letting everybody know who you are. He's like, please do. I'm a clown because the card is lost in the mail. Please act this way. Please act this way to only shows your character. I'm assuming he's trying to say this. You acting this way only shows your character. I'll make sure to let others know. You as well as my 20K followers who would love to know. So he's got 20K followers. And I just responded LOL, because anytime anybody tells me how many followers they have, like because I already imagine at this point, he doesn't realize he's talking to a 40-year-old woman. Like he's talking to some dude. I don't know. And he's trying to puff himself up. And I just responded LOL with laughy face, He said, once again, I'm not attacking you personally. Let me make that clear. I'm saying I didn't receive my item. And since it gets shipped from eBay authentication, I believe there's no repercussions for you. eBay stated I needed to file a claim. This right here is why I shouldn't have responded at all. He could be telling the truth. He could be. I'll give him that. I just felt like with all the stuff I dealt with up to that point, I just don't believe him. I feel 100% like he was
justified.
I feel like he put in offers and he didn't think I was going to accept the offer. And when then I did, it's like, okay, he's committed to it now. That's my guess. I could be wrong. All of you here are going to, I can't wait to go back and read everybody's comments. I can't wait. I can't wait to talk about this in the after show too. Okay. And then, okay, after he said I needed to file a claim, I was kind of stopped responding at this point because I was like, I'm over this guy. And then he says, everyone's a big deal behind a keyboard, huh? I'm like, okay, whatever. And he's like, do you know how many packages the post office and eBay have lost with me this year alone? Yeah, man, don't take it personal because it sounds like you are. You're fully covered. I have no card and no money, and I'm the clown? I think you should check yourself before you make comments. Again, look at my feedback. Even compared to yours, I'm almost doubled. So I don't do this crap to scam or as a joke, buddy. It's unfortunate. And so since he had dropped the whole 20K followers and all that stuff, and I told him, I was like, I have a YouTube channel and a podcast. I'd love to discuss this with you in any format you want. And up to this point, I was calling him a clown. He might not want to interact with me. That's fair. He thinks he's going to get just burnt down, which I totally understand. But I would like to have like a respectful one-on-one, conversation
adult
with him.
conversation.
In case, if I'm totally wrong, I will be the first to admit it. I will. So I was like, happy to discuss with you in any format you want. I'm a 42-year-old woman, not some dude trying to pick a fight. I almost guarantee you won't contact me. He's like, oh, okay. I would be glad to discuss it. By the way, I run one of the largest shows in Southern California. I never screw up my reputation for a card or anyone, my friend. He asked about the podcast and stuff. I sent him a screenshot of the podcast and my channel and all that. And he said, woman or man, I'm sorry, but I'm not attacking you personally. I contacted eBay. They told me to wait until today if I didn't get the item. And you think stuff doesn't get lost in the mail. I'm just doing this according to eBay. And I in response to the picture I sent of the podcast, he said, perfect, I'll reach out. And I said, please do. Your actions before this all started were already discussed in a previous episode. You should check it out. So, as you guys know, we did talk about this previously. And I thought we were done, but me saying that lit him off again. He's like, my actions, LOL, what exactly did I do before? And he's like, what exactly are you accusing me of? And so he caught me in a bad moment. I'm not really super proud of my behavior. I should not have messaged this person at all, but it makes me mad to think that if he is scamming, I don't want him to do it to other people in the community. Anyways.
And there's nothing wrong with choosing violence as long as it's not a daily occurrence.
Absolutely.
And I'm speaking for everybody else. I'm not speaking for myself because I thrive off of conflict.
So here's my response to when he was asking, what are you accusing me of? And I said, okay, to be perfectly clear, I am calling you a liar. I don't believe you didn't receive the card. Your actions before were very odd. Bickering about $5 for shipping on a $1,200 card. Taking 3 days to pay because you were out of town. That stuff is odd. I'm just saying. I thought maybe I was being unreasonable, but after discussing with several people in the hobby, they just laughed at your behavior. That's the gist of what I got from comments. People were just kind of rolling their eyes and laughing at at his behavior. So he lit off. He's like, because I messaged you to pay a few days later, or because I asked for first class mail and tracking, why should I pay for your insurance you put on a card? He's still upset about that. I've never had anybody say that about this expensive of a card. Like $1,200 a card, $10, which if I didn't mention it before, it cost me $20 to ship to him. So he didn't pay for all of it. It's like I split it with him. He doesn't know that, granted, but $5. He was bickering over $5, and he thinks he's paying for insurance for me, for my it just blows my mind that he's still on this.
He wanted the $5 for a Happy Meal.
And then he's like, LOL, that's the problem. You must really be wound up. I did what I promised for, which was pay for the card after I asked for a few days. 50% of people don't even do that now on eBay. They bid and they never pay. And he's totally true on that. He did pay, guys. I'm gonna, and then he's like, I'm wrong. I really should think before I speak. And I told him, I was like, okay, we're done here, clown. If you reach out for the podcast, we can discuss this in an adult-like manner. Have a nice day. He's like, odd. I run a huge show and have my daughter's first baby coming, so I was out of town, and that's odd to you. It is odd to me, sir. I hope you're listening to this because everything's done online with cards online. Being out of town, it doesn't make any difference where you're at. Unless you are out in the woods and you don't have phone service, which you had phone service to message me that you couldn't pay, so it doesn't make any sense. So it's odd why I asked that it was more money to ship than I normally pay for thousands of cards. If you've paid $5 for cards over $1,000 a lot, I don't believe you. I think you're a liar. Just throwing that out there again. So I had stopped talking to this point. He's calling me a clown, blah, blah, blah. So of course, I have his name and all that stuff. I won't say. I did post what his eBay thing was on Instagram. If anybody else wants that, cool. I reached out to some other people in the community. They wanted to know what his name was because if he's got the biggest card show in Southern Oregon, they were like, oh, we probably know him. And nobody's ever heard of him. Cool. Still doesn't mean anything. Biggest card show in Southern California. I'm guessing Burbank. I don't believe that you run it. I could be wrong though too. Whatever. Could be something completely different. I don't know. All I know is this is one of the worst eBay experiences I've ever had. And I think he was trying to get his money back for a card that he did receive because it shows it was delivered to a parcel locker to that PO box and it was be signed for. And there was a lot of insurance on it. So
what's the moral of the story there, Adrian? What is it that you want to let these youngsters who are just getting introduced to eBay know?
There's so much. When you sell something on eBay, until you get the cash, until they receive the card, always have in the back of your mind the possibility the sale might not go through. You never know who you're dealing with. Nothing's ever 100%. When you ship things that are expensive, always put insurance on it. Always cover yourself. And unfortunately, there's going to be people that you cross that are going to give you a bad time. Just put them on your block list and move on. I really shouldn't have responded to this gentleman at all. I should have just blocked him, went on with my life. I had the proof, like I had the tracking and it showed it was, so nothing's going to happen to me. Now something might happen to me. He might report me. And he did say he was going to report me because I was calling him names and stuff. Probably true. So just chill out and try to stay away from those people. So, and if you can help it, don't respond at all to them because it's really just going to ruin your day when they're the ones that deserve the bad day. That's what I got. Appreciate you all so much. I cannot wait to talk about this in the after show and hear I've been trying to read people's things on here, and I really want to. I know I want somebody. I hope somebody on here is like, yeah, you shouldn't have responded at all. That's really what I should have done. But God, when you do this and you're trying to have fun and people are trying to screw over the system, it really just hurts extra. So
it is what it is.
It is what it is. All right, guys. We right on the 6 o'clock mark. Did I got anything? What you got any other banter you want to talk about? I took up the whole thing.
Not necessarily no banter, but I do want to make everybody aware that in case you are not familiar, Fanatics will be launching their new breaking app during the All-Star break.
Yes.
So if you're one of those that likes to get into those kind of breaks and everything, you can pre-download the app now. It will not launch again until the All-Star game. I've got it pre-downloaded and I'm curious to see what it has to offer and what it's going to look like. And then you never know. We'll probably end up having the conversation about this new app on the podcast later on in the future.
Absolutely. That reminds me, I'm going to try to go to this event. Like the Fanatics thing is happening near the All-Star game. I'm going to try to check it out. And because next week I'm going to be gone, the All-Star game, I'll be back for next Saturday, but podcast next week is going to be canceled. We'll be back at it the following week. And, but there's going to be lots of content on both of our channels throughout next week. So stay tuned for that. And just a heads up now, no podcast next Saturday. I think that's a wrap for today's show,
That's
boss.
a wrap. For now, we're going to go ahead and go back to our mutual corners.
Yes.
And ready for the bell to ring in the after hour show.
Absolutely. I'm going to go calm down. And I can't wait to talk to all of you guys on Mr. Fuego's channel here in about half hour, roughly, on the after hour show. Thank you guys so much for hanging out for the Baseball Junkies podcast today. And you have a good night.